Welcome to Beware of Bears channel.
It is the longest running weekly episodic television series in history. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Matchup about to get underway, and Corey, we have company.
What on earth is this all about? This superstar has nothing to do with the matchup.
No, this superstar is an arch rival of one of the superstars in the ring, so I can understand this person heading down here, I guess, to scout the matchup.
It's one thing to take a closer look. It's another to involve yourself in an opponent's business.
Causing quite the distraction so far. Superstar better have eyes in the back of their head. And here's the superstar who is unquestionably one of the greatest big men in the history of WWE, Yokozuna.
Not a lot to say about Yokozuna that hasn't already been said. One of the most versatile heavyweights in the history of our business.
He goes for the cover. And there's a kick out at one.
I don't know if I would have gone for a pin so soon.
Retaliation from the Hitman. Crippling attack on the knee. Oh, he's looking to completely render this leg useless. Stump puller leg snap. Very effective. Catches nothing but air. Headbutt to the back of the neck. Bear hug, squeezing the breath out of them.
It's cinched in. I think we're just...
Bear hug. Well-placed elbow will get you out of it.
That might be enough. Yes, it is. Lighten up the chest, and now straight to the knee.
Yokozuna gets countered. Corey, what should be the strategy for the Hall of Famer Yokozuna here tonight?
He needs to know his strengths and weaknesses. Yoko ain't gonna be running marathons, but he's very quick and very strong. He needs to weather the storm, get his opponent where he wants him, and then, to put it lightly, squash him like a bug.
Stump puller leg snap, very effective. He's lost some of his wind now. Arm breaker!
Oh, what a kick.
This has been one heck of a matchup already. Whipped into the corner. And now words exchanged between the superstar in the ring and the superstar outside the ring. And
Superstar inside better focus on the match at hand, not what's going on outside.
And case in point right there, Corey, a right hand. Uh-oh. Headbutt.
Ooh, treading all over their opponent. Stomp in the leg. Oh, man, jarring headbutt.
Sudden cutoff from Bret. Lariat.
Good Lord. That was nasty.
He's testing fate here, in danger of a countout. He's back in so close to a countout.
You do not want to lose that way.
Oh, God, that hurt.
He's reminding his competition that they'll only ever be second best.
Insulting. Targeting a body part, working the arm.
Kneeling clothesline.
Axe handle from the middle rope.
Uh-oh. An arm breaker.
Ooh, kick finds it.
Oh, here it comes. Spiked. Sit out. Pile driver.
Hitman brandishing that high-powered weaponry. Yokozuna in an unfamiliar position.
Bret Hart looking to end this.
And the rope's forced to break. Will this be enough? And Bret Hart is your winner. Ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw.
Put away your case of the Mondays. We've got some hard-hitting action for you here tonight.
Well said, Corey. I cannot wait to see what we get.
Guys, many have said it before, and I agree with them. Yokozuna is one of the most dominating big men this industry has ever seen.
Yeah, Yokozuna really is the gold standard of super heavyweights. A sumo warrior with a mean streak a mile long. He's made plenty of enemies here in WWE, but they all live in total fear of climbing into the ring with him.
Yokozuna has made a career out of devastating his opponents, flattening anyone who would stand in his way.
And across the way, we've got the one and only British Bulldog, a superstar whose bite is just as bad as his bark. Actually, his bite might be significantly worse than his bark.
Yeah, there's no room for messing around when you're dealing with the British Bulldog. His pure wrestling talent is enough to give even seasoned opponents doubts about their chances.
Oh, foot just stomping down.
An elusive Yokozuna there.
Oh, that's how you establish dominance. Yep. Now this been an incredible matchup. Back and forth we go. Right hands between these two superstars.
And we're finally going to find out which one of these superstars is the toughest.
Maybe we won't, Byron.
Oh, no, come on, not like this. How are you just going to walk off?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to walk away from this matchup. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Wow. Oh, with authority.
Whoa, not quite yet.
Legs caught.
Way to steer clear.
Haymaker connects.
If the British Bulldog is going to come out on top in this match, how do you expect him to do it?
Simple. By grinding his opponent down with methodical attacks. Bulldog just has to trust his hard-hitting offense and let it slowly chip away at his opponent.
Stiff headbutt. And Bulldog's bite got slightly defanged by that attack.
Yokozuna's in-ring ferocity was on full display there.
And he goes for the pin. And a kick out at two.
Able to squeeze that shoulder out. So close. Ooh, stinging kick. Yokozuna able to avert that.
Belly to belly. This could be it. Cover. Strong kick out there.
Fighting hard to stay in this match.
Yokozuna gets reversed.
Looking to put an end to this.
Snap pile driver.
The British Bulldog proving his bite isn't something you want to mess around with. Planted face first.
Yokozuna now being sized up.
He turns it around. Hooked up.
Driven down.
Yep.
Standing over their opponent. Here it comes. Oh!
Will Yokozuna seal the deal?
2 count.
Shoulder up before 3.
He's in total disbelief. That did not finish the job.
Everyone watching this is in total disbelief right now.
And it may just take going to the well one more time with that maneuver to gain the pinfall.
This is why so many live in fear of Yokozuna. This is how he's...
Now look at that.
You like pancakes.
That could put Davey Boy down for good.
What a kick out. I don't believe it.
No telling how much surviving that will cost, though.
I don't know how someone kicks out of that. I don't know how you can still be standing.
That was the best weapon in the arsenal, but it wasn't enough to produce an end result.
Boom! Oh, look at this. What a headbutt. Face buster. Ooh, sharp kick. Yokozuna sidesteps.
Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
Carefully measured.
Again?
Another knee drop.
I don't know how there is anything left in these superstars' bodies.
Yeah, the tank is being emptied tonight.
Snap pile driver.
You can see Bulldog's eyes taking in.
British Bulldog. Look at the power. And this is vintage right here. The running power slam.
Will Davey Boy take advantage?
Shoulders down. 2, 3.
It is enough. Finally, it's over. Gotta hand it to our winner. Standing tall with their arm raised. Running episodic television show in history. Welcome to Monday Night Raw.
What a night we've got planned for you. I don't know what it is, gentlemen, but something feels different tonight. Bigger than usual.
Hey, our superstars are pumped. The WWE Universe is pumped. Let's get this thing rolling. Warrior.
Here we go, one-on-one tonight. Big matchup. Can't wait for this one. Gonna be an all-time classic. What is he doing?
He's out here for moral support.
He has no business being out here. We're underway, and the Ultimate Warrior is ready to show that he is the most powerful force in all the universe.
There are many other competitors who stake that very same claim. The Warrior welcomes the challenge to prove him wrong tonight.
Prepare for unbottled exuberance from Warrior in this one.
And across the way, we've got the one and only... Maybe that will shut him up. Choke slam! Taking flight. And Bulldog saw it coming. Oh, man, a little extra luster behind that kick. Atomic Ooh.
Landed with a face buster.
Top rope, here we go.
Perched up top.
Diving clothesline.
What's the best way to contend with a superstar who has the British Bulldog's impressive muscular build?
Well, if you can't overpower the British Bulldog, your best chance is to outmaneuver him. Pick your spots and attack. If you go toe-to-toe with the Bulldog, you might get caught in his bite.
Driven into the barricade. Oh, he slammed his face right into the barricade. Now it's Ultimate Warrior in a little bit of trouble here. Bulldog gets fended off.
He's staring his opponent down, getting into that zone.
Big risk here. He may be counted out.
He might be oblivious to the count, guys.
Hit.
Perched up top. Whoa, look out.
Just crashing down with high impact.
Producing a trampling.
Warrior with great evasion.
Textbook vertical suplex. Bam.
He is revving up the engine.
Okay, consider that a harsh lesson.
Warrior able to counter. Oh no! Stun gun!
He is revving up the engine. He's not going to let anything stop him.
Getting tossed around. What a throw. And Bulldog's bite got slightly defanged by that attack.
Yeah, that's an example of Warrior's powerful force. Oh, Davey Boy anticipated that.
Press slam. Can he score the pin? 1, 2. He gets the shoulder up at 2.
You have to think this battle is starting to weigh down on him.
Drop kick.
Looking to put an end to this.
Snap pile driver.
The British Bulldog proving his bite isn't something you want to mess around with. The British Bulldog power on display. Here it comes.
Running power slam.
The power just dripped.
And he's going for the cover. Hooks the arm. Here's the count. And
It's on the ropes.
Corey, you saw it as plain as day. His partner helped him out, and the ref never saw it.
That's why you have a partner in the first place, Cole, to help you out in tough situations like this one. X-Bomber!
Bulldog gets fended off.
Look at this.
Pendulum back.
This is it.
Kicks out before the 2 count.
I'm just as shocked as everyone else, Cole, his opponent included.
Clothesline.
Across the top rope. What a hot shot.
Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. This fight is pumping him up.
Heads outside, but this one has to end in the ring.
Sit straight into the barricade.
Ooh, clothesline delivery.
He is truly feeling it right now. As well he should.
Okay, already, we get it. Stop looking for adulation for the crowd and get back into the fight. Tough position to be caught in here.
Oh, right across the throat.
On the move. And a staying power of the Ultimate Warrior. Warrior has all but ended this.
Oh, kick out. Oh, my God.
You gotta be kidding me.
Everyone here is in shock.
And Warrior has to be asking the heavens, is it time to step aside? Do I have what it takes to defeat this man?
On the move. And a staying.
That could put Davey Boy down for good.
Picking up the victory as his opponent does his best. Saxton stares up at the lights. And that's a textbook win. A lot to be proud of there.
The strength and power of the Ultimate Warrior prevailed here tonight.
We couldn't get Otunga? We couldn't get Coach?
I get it, guys. I get it.
We love you, Byron. Matchup set to get underway, and this is going to be a good one. And from what we understand, Corey, we're going to be joined by a very special guest superstar on commentary, and here they come.
I couldn't be any more excited to get this superstar's point of view on the competition. I'll tell you what, the superstar inside the ring better keep their eyes on their opponent.
Yeah, indeed they better, because this is going to be one heck of a matchup. Cannot wait to hear what this superstar has to say. Yokozuna and Bret Hart have traded main event title wins against each other at WrestleMania. But there is still a feeling of unfinished business between these two superstars.
All the history between Yokozuna and Bret Hart, all the battles, it all comes down to this match tonight.
The ultimate battle of brains versus brawn. The technical mastery of the Hitman against the immovable object that is the 550-pound...
He goes for the quick pin attempt. And there's still plenty of fight left.
Yeah, it's going to take more than that.
Sudden cutoff from Bret.
Both superstars showing great awareness of their opponent's repertoire.
Jarring impact. And Yokozuna didn't see that coming. Oh, man. Leg kick.
Walked right into it.
Lariat.
Good Lord. That was nasty.
This matchup's going to go back and forth, but how does Bret Hart try to control the massive 550-plus-pound frame of Yokozuna?
The Hitman must put all of his firepower into attacking Yokozuna's balance. Take the big man down and don't let him get back up.
Here's the early cover.
And Bret quickly gets the shoulder up. Way too soon for him to be thinking about a pin.
Stiff headbutt.
Hitman expected that. Kick to the gut.
Cracked around into a neck breaker.
take a good look at a real-life Titan, folks.
Oh, and a stomp. Uh-oh.
Big headbutt to the guts.
This match grinded him down a little. And this might not have a pleasant ending.
Down across the knee. That won't just separate your shoulder. That'll divorce it. Stiff headbutt.
Bret was waiting for it.
Lariat. Good Lord.
That was nasty. A striking blow.
He's reminding his competition that they'll only ever be second best.
Great rotation on the belly to back suplex.
Hart wasting no motion on the counter.
Pile driver on its way.
Sit down, pile driver. He deflects it right back.
Back and forth from these competitors.
Stomping away.
Oh, man, you can see he is feeling it now.
What are you guys thinking?
Obviously not about the ref's count, Cole.
This could be the beginning of the end.
Uh-oh. Sharpshooter. Submission hold locked in.
Sharpshooter's locked in.
Hart wins.
Win by the Hitman. Somehow, someway, Bret Hart toppled the mighty Yokozuna.
Hitman proved to be the sharpest shooter in WWE and took out one of the most imposing opponents in history in the form of Yokozuna.
Social media has been buzzing all day with notifications about the big matchups that are set for tonight. I cannot wait for this event.
Yeah, guys, I'm not sure what it is, but there's something in the air. It feels like it might be one of those nights that changes everything
The
here in
atmosphere
WWE.
backstage, Corey, has been growing with every minute. Everybody's raring to go.
It's now time for our main event. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the World Wrestling Federation Championship and will be contested inside a 15-foot high steel cage.
This title defense begins, and it really is lonely at the top, wouldn't you say?
Once you're at the pinnacle, Saxton, you don't care about friends. You have one solitary goal, and that is to defend your title at any cost.
Bulldog gets fended off.
Oh, this is bad. This is real bad.
Well, this won't win the match.
Gotta find a way. Quick, out of the cross arm breaker. Shifting their weight. Fighting out.
Bret was waiting for it.
My goodness, did you hear that chop? Definitely not where you want to be right now. Just carried like a rag doll here.
Oh, Davey Boy anticipated that. Moved at the right time.
Oh, right into the cage. Stomping down.
Strong hit. My goodness.
Let him have this moment. He's earned it. It might go without saying, but you really need to use the steel cage to your advantage in a match like this. It's just that simple.
It is as simple as this. If you don't use the cage as a weapon, whoever is in there with you surely will. Oh, strong impact.
This crowd is truly unworthy of his incredible magnificence.
Nice drop kick. Hitman expected that.
What a forearm. The hit's adding up a little on the champ. Spiked. Sit out. Pile driver. Here he goes, moving up the cage wall.
Making the big climb towards victory.
Trying desperately to escape. Ow! Trying to make their way out of the cage.
Retaliation from the Hitman. Oh, and he doesn't connect. Oh, my God, a clothesline. Oh, this isn't pretty. What's he got in store? Reversal. Can they go on the attack?
Each competitor showing they've done their homework. Bulldog now.
Great wherewithal on the counter. Boom!
Look at him. Pride and poise personified.
That kick will stop you in your tracks.
Using the cranium.
And he begins his ascent up the cage wall.
Uh-oh. Moved out of the way.
Nobody home. Reciprocating the initial reversal. And responds with a counter of their own.
Oh, man, inverted backbreaker. Ow. Looking for a grip to get themselves over the cage.
Oh, no. Ooh. Trying to make their way out of the cage.
From the top rope! And he's thrown from the cage down to the mat.
Yeah, he's going to have to try something else now.
Takes incredible guts to make this climb. Oh, man.
Quick reaction to Hart there.
British Bulldog power on display. Here it comes. Running power slam. The champ's eyes were glazed over.
And look here, he's making his way up the cage.
Needs to be careful, though. Every movement is a dangerous one.
There he is, at the top of the cage, still with a long way to go.
This could be the beginning of the end. Uh-oh. He's got the sharpshooter.
Well, this isn't going to win the fall, but it's going to do a lot of damage.
Is Hart going to tap him with the sharpshooter? Wait a minute! What a counter! Quickly hoisting him up. Snap pile driver.
Bulldog about to assert some family dominance.
British Bulldog. Look at the power. And this is
in search of some footing to make this huge climb.
He's made it to the top, but can he finish? He's making haste, climbing up the cage wall.
Heading up and maybe heading out.
And now he's looking to advance up the cage wall. And victory looking more and more likely for him now in this steel cage match.
Looks like he's having trouble getting that other leg over.
He's working toward making his escape. He can almost taste the win in this cage match.
He doesn't want to spend too much time up there.
And would you look at that? He could be well on his way to escaping the steel cage.
All he has to do is drop down to the floor and his hand will be raised.
Sudden cutoff from Bret.
Bret showing how much punishment he can withstand before getting his own offense in.
He got tired of being pushed around and wants to gain the advantage now.
Feels like it's opportune time to get out of here.
Ripped from the top rope.
Unceremoniously sent right back down to the canvas.
Oof, kind of a rough landing.
That's what you got to expect in a steel cage match, Saxton.
All the momentum has swung to the Bulldog.
Bulldog giving the Hitman a beating.
Bulldog gets fended off.
Good chance for Bret to gain his wits about him.
Snap suplex.
Very nice.
The Hitman ready to go.
Ready to end this. If he can step through the sharpshooter.
This won't win the match, but it's doing a lot of damage in the process.
One last gasp effort, and that'll do it.
Look at this.
Pendulum backbreaker. Tick-tock. I think we've seen just about every move. Sky high. Oh, misses the mark. Saw that one coming. Took advantage. Facebuster. And this might not have a pleasant ending.
Ooh, pinpointing the trachea.
He's got the answer for that one. Setting him up for the shin breaker. He's making his way up the side of the cage.
Better be quick about it. Not much time to get over.
And now he has finally been able to reach the top of the cage. And as he continues to climb the side of the cage, you have to think his confidence is starting to build.
Oh, it's not safe being up there.
He's nearly there. Just a few more sure-footed steps, and he's victorious.
And now the climb down could be more petrifying than the climb up.
And would you look at that? He could be well on his way to escaping the steel cage.
The longer he's up there, the more fear starts to seep into the mind. Cutting him off before they can get too far. I like it.
Battling on the top, and he hits the mat with a thud.
Yeah, he's going to have to try something else now.
It's going to take a lot of willpower to make it all the way to the top.
He's all the way to the top of the cage. Not many options for him.
Getting ever so close to the very peak of the steel cage.
And here he is, scaling up the cage wall. And as he continues to climb the side of the cage, you have to think his confidence is starting to build.
Heck of a view from up there, but he'll enjoy a view from the floor even more.
And victory looking more and more likely for him now in this steel cage match.
He just has to swing that leg over.
Able to stop him here.
Really showing his awareness.
Bret finally creates some more offense for himself.
Bret could be turning his fortunes around.
Battling on the top. And a hellacious fall from the cage.
Oh, I did not like the look of that impact.
He's reached the pinnacle of his climb here.
Very precarious position here.
Oh, and Bulldog fights back.
Punch to the stomach connects. Hitman expected that. Snap suplex, very effective.
Oh, my God. Pendulum backbreaker. Tick-tock. And here we go. He's headed up the cage.
Fortitude being tested with every step.
Trying to make their way out of the cage.
Oh, no.
Crash landing.
Oh, no. He comes off the cage and lands right back in the ring.
Yeah, he's going to have to try something else now.
Boom. Nice. Looking to put an end to this.
Snap pile driver.
You can see Bulldog's eyes taking aim.
British Bulldog. Look at the power. And this is vintage right here. The running power slam.
Gonna see a new champ. Looks like they're about to try to exit out the cage door.
You love to see it, just strolling right on out through the front door.
And that's it. New champ. New champ.
Here is your winner, and new World Wrestling Federation Champion.
You can just feel it. Their championship dream has become reality.
Thanks for watching, and remember, beware of bears.